All right, fine. I'll be a gracious host. How you doing?
Little Mermaid is the scariest Disney movie by far, though.
Why the hell is Ace Blade in your Kickstarter?
Some comics. I'm getting controversial today. We're gonna get controversial today with.
My proudest moment is this interview and being able to talk to you two.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Tours Comics in collaboration with Fourth Wall Production proudly brings to you the 50th episode of the Four Tales podcast. I am your host, Kyrun Silva from Tours Comics. Across the way is... Can you stop laughing at all?
You almost had it. I'm sorry.
Across the way is that guy from Ace Blade.
It's me.
Danny J. Quick, and together we are your two award-winning blurred comic creators here to help you find your next favorite comic. We are live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, and a host of other programs. So if you're listening or watching us live, thank you for your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and review this podcast because all your positive reviews and interactions help us reach a bigger audience.
Every time.
How's it going, man?
Hey, man. I'm excited, man. I'm full of energy, man. How are you doing?
I am excited, but I am not full of energy. I am exhausted. I am tired. I'm about to pull a Morgan actually on this show and just fall asleep, honestly.
Don't do it. Come on, man.
Morgan, Dale Keown, Iverson.
Your Kings got a good preseason win. They are undefeated in the preseason for 2 years in a row. They are undefeated in the preseason.
Did they get a win last night? I didn't know that. Did they?
Yes, you did, and they absolutely destroyed my Lakers. So you should have plenty of energy, man. Feed off of that. 40-something point victory.
47-point win. Yeah.
It's quite ridiculous.
What was up with that?
I'll tell you what was up. There was no AD, and Russell Westbrook got hurt in the first 10 minutes of the game, and they're still counting on LeBron to be the primary scorer, point guard, and
rebounder.
All of that.
Head coach at this point.
I literally was watching the game like, who are there's so many players that I didn't even know, like people that have not ever been on an NBA team before. Like it's ridiculous at this point, but hey, I'm excited for the season either way. I think LeBron and AD are going to play well. We'll see about the rest of the team, but anyway, we're not here to talk about sports, man. We're here to
talk about sports. I want to keep talking about my Kings beating up your Lakers. I love this. This is the only part of the year I get to brag because once the regular season starts, we're gonna probably suck again.
Nah, man, y'all got a good team this year. Y'all got a good team this year, man.
And my Niners just beat your Panthers, huh?
I definitely don't want to talk about the Panthers. I definitely don't want to talk about the Panthers.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
All right. What was that? Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we want to talk about today? Because it's our 50th episode. We have some amazing guests. Do you want to just bring them on and just start this, or what?
Yeah, let's just bring them on. I mean, we only got I'll just bring them on one by one.
All right. All right, so first off, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to bring you guys on the screen. I want you to introduce yourselves to anybody that maybe doesn't know who you are. Tell us one thing about yourself that maybe people don't know about you, and then tell us what you're working on right now. Starting with Mr. Epic.
My name is Mike Watson, aka Most Epic. Something that you do not know about me is that I hate beans. And what I'm working on right now is Hotshot 12, 5-star number 2, Green Zone 2 and 3, Zero Event number 1, and finishing the packing of Emerald Quest, because we've shipped out everything for Vigilance, we shipped out everything for Green Zone, and we are now going to finish off Emerald Quest shipping for our Kickstarter this weekend.
Dang, well, that's the rest of our episode right there. We don't have any time for anything else.
I want to know how you love burritos and hate beans. That's weird, but okay.
You don't put the beans in the burritos.
Come on now.
They're terrible.
All right. let's go on to our next guest here.
How do I even start with like that type of opening, right? Like, hello. So hey guys, I'm actually Vesenia Designs. You can call me Ves. One thing that you don't know about me, I like to play video games a lot, I guess. On the DL. And what I'm working on right now is actually Post-tober, which I have a Kickstarter for. So yeah, I got a sketch while I'm working here, hanging out with you guys.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being on. All right. Your turn, sir. What was that, Usher?
My name
is that Usher?
Yes. No. This is Usher. This is just what's good. You know what I'm saying? This is what's good. Usher. I just want to make sure y'all that's clear. All right. So, my name. I write for Fourth Wall with Danny J. Quick. Create with come and love and eventually watch all of our movies, and we make a lot of money while you use us. Something you don't know about me, I like long walks and sets in the sand, and
actually, Danny told me about that already.
Oh, okay. I think that seems very weird that he would tell you that, but yeah, I me and Mike have that in common, and the way that you get around that is you eat the burrito without beans. It's pretty simple, actually.
Absolutely. All right.
Yep.
Gio, you're up. Nope. It's not gonna let me bring him in.
There he is.
Okay, good. I'm here. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is George Gant. I am the creator of the Beware Toddler cartoon. One thing you may not know about me is, I don't know, I'm left-handed.
What?
This whole episode's gonna be about you being left-handed now.
I don't know. I don't know. Shit.
What up, man?
I'm not awake right now. I'm sorry. What I'm currently working on is still Beware of Toddler, which you can read every week on Comics Kingdom by King Features.
Okay. All right.
And you said it was a cartoon. You said it was a cartoon. We're gonna come back to that. So, Javon Stokes in the building.
Yeah, Danny didn't interrupt nobody else's intro. I just want to point that out. So but that's all right.
Everybody.
Hey, what's up? My name is Javon Stokes, Visually Stoked Media, creator of Heat and Strong. I did that fire piece of artwork right there. Let's see. Thing you don't know about me. Oh, I used to work at Victoria's Secret for like 2 years.
That was your favorite job, wasn't it?
Whoa.
Hey, damn the Victoria's Secret. Your man Javon came out firing. It's top 5, part 2 live.
Top 5.
Let's get it in.
Let's see. What I'm working on right now. Heat number 2, Strong number 1, and I got 2 projects that I can't talk about just yet. Oh, by the way, I'm left-handed too.
Team left-handed. Right.
Way to take my thunder there. All right.
Two lefties?
I'm showing a solidarity, man.
Two lefties? I can't believe it.
I'm showing solidarity, George. Come on, man.
Now you biting.
Oh shit!
There can only be one. There can only be one.
Hey, show that fire cover by Mr. Mike Watson for Strong, man. Show that fire cover. Show that fire. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Look at that.
Getting it in.
Clean.
All right, I guess this is going to be our top for today. Left-handed people are a hellspawn.
Damn.
Let's talk about that.
Oh, no.
Hey, you see this?
I thought we were the only ones that were in our right mind.
The haters off.
Between the team no beans and the left-handed, I mean, you got some straight up weirdos in the on the show this week. But we love y'all though. We love y'all either way.
We appreciate you guys being on here. It's our 50th episode. I did not think we would actually get to 50 episodes, honestly. Especially when we were doing this bi-weekly. And then Danny was like, we need to do every week because we need to get a bigger audience.
That's not
then,
that's not why I said at all.
And I
That's
said, but
literally-
Danny, I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday to do this with you, and you're like, F that. We're doing this every week.
said, if you want to be successful, you gotta sacrifice. That's what I said.
That's not. You have never said that.
Here
in your
we are.
life.
And here we are at 50 episodes. Now with the agents of geekdom, killing it on the network, man. I love it, man. I appreciate y'all coming back and hanging out with us. But we're gonna get controversial today. I don't know how yet, but we're gonna get to it.
I thought there was a topic we were supposed to be talking about.
I know, but okay.
No, Facebook users, thank you.
Sorry, I'm dealing with just trying to do the touch screen on my computer, and this is annoying the hell out of me because my mouse is messed up. All right, so we do have 2 topics today. The first one we want to get into. Jesus Christ! If I can get my computer to work, is what is the difference for you guys between mainstream and indie comics? Like, is there a specific publishing company you have to be on to be considered mainstream? Sorry, I'm just trying to get on it. There, Dan doesn't have a plan. What? That's what I was trying to click on, but it wouldn't let me.
I told Kyrun if he would give me access to actually control the show, I could help him. But he never wants to. He just wants me to be on here and just talk and do no work. So that's what I'm doing.
You literally have the same login I do because you're
Hey,
part
Kyrun,
of the agents.
it's okay, man. Kyrun, it's okay. He ain't got access in top 5 either, man.
All right, so we do want to get into because that's something Danny and I got into at the end of our last episode for some reason. What do you guys think is the definition between being indie comic creators and being mainstream comic creators?
All right, I'll go. I think it has more to do with like your print run, right? Like I think once you hit a few thousand books monthly, then you kind of are moving your way out of small press. Like to me, independent has always kind of been like small press. So like once like another example I give you is like Walking Dead. Walking Dead started out with a smaller run and then it became the juggernaut that it is. So like you can graduate out of it. Like if you got to be under a certain amount of monthly copies.
But Walking Dead started off at Image Comics, which most people nowadays don't consider that being indie.
Well, I mean, you're independent because Image isn't paying you money. Like they're not an entity that is paying you money. Like you are doing all the work.
Okay. Mike, you had a hand up.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Mike.
No, I didn't have a hand up. I'm chilling.
I think. Okay. I do agree with Javon. It depends on how many you're selling, but I feel like it's the infrastructure though. Like I think if you have, we've talked about this on Top 5 Live too, where we talk about artists who have this built in. You got the advertising, you got the marketing, you got the name recognition, you got characters. You have the ability to bring in other characters from other more popular titles. Things like that, if you have that, I don't really consider you to be independent. But like Javon said, Invincible, Walking Dead, those books started very small press, even though they did have the backing of, a big company. And even Milestone with Static and, Icon and Rocket and all those characters. They had DC backing them. So were they really considered independent? Or
they were never considered independent though. I don't know why you keep using Milestone.
Because they didn't. I mean, okay, I understand you. I hear you. They had the big names and they had access to all. They had the access to. They had access to some DC characters, but we saw in the Milestone documentary that they wasn't really getting the help. Like they, especially towards the end, they really weren't getting the help that they were supposed to.
So but DC was marketing for them. They were doing like 50,000, 60,000 plus copies. They had funding from DC backing them. Like whether it was a lot or a little, they still had it. They had DC doing marketing. They weren't independent at all.
Yeah, I mean, technically they weren't. It just seems like, especially in they were. What? How would you compare, like a book like The Walking Dead with a book like, um, um, what's it called? Hardware. How would you compare the way that The Walking Dead was promoted or got out to people to a book like Hardware that did great, in the beginning, but like we see where it's at now. Even with the resurgence now, you know, I just don't see it. I don't know, man. I just have trouble with it. There you go.
Was that a question for me or him?
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, okay. Now I have my hand up.
You don't have to raise your hand though. This is a class.
Top five, man. You ain't got to raise your hand. It's not top five.
All right, I feel some top five vibes getting ready to pop off.
Well, no, Morgan like bounced out, so I guess not.
I know,
Hey,
man.
he's asleep. He's asleep. For me, I feel like Marvel and once you're in the Marvel and DC range, you are not an independent. For me, I still consider Image Comics an independent because there is specifically no mascot character for Image Comics. Those comics are all produced by their studios, by their individual teams. They have such a variety of different comic books there at different varying levels or whatnot. So for me, Image is still it's an independent. It's like the level of independence I want to have. That's like the level that I'm shooting for. And then you have somebody like Todd McFarlane with all the success that he has. He's still an independent, and he's breaking an independent comic book record every single month that he comes out with Spawn. So to me, that consideration of them being independent is still there because that dude still qualifies for our records. Invincible, one of the best independent books out there. No matter how popular it gets, I just feel like in that mind state, that's what it is. All the other publishers that have been out that are underneath them, and it could be a wrong thought process, but it's mine. I feel are all independents. Once you hit Marvel and DC, they're the juggernauts. They're the mainstream companies. They're the ones that you sell out to the mouse, signing you a check and stuff like that. But I feel like there's varying levels of success in independence, and and to what Javon was saying, like we're small press. We want to go to medium press and big press.
So you saying if you go work for Marvel and DC, you a sellout? Is that what you're saying, Mike?
Sell it out, baby. Sell it out.
Hey, I'll sell out.
Sell out.
I got no problem with it.
No. I got you.
It don't bother me at all because I'm fully aware. Because at some point I do want to be able to say on my resume that I did a Marvel book. I fully understand everything I do for Marvel is owned by Marvel. I want to be able to say I did a Spider-Man or I did an X-Men book, just at least once or twice on my resume.
Absolutely.
We're going to have a Into the Spider-Verse Hotshot sighting. So
I want to say this, and I've said this on Top 5 before. Like I was lucky enough to have had like a real brief conversation with Jim Starlin. And it's funny we talk about sellout because what he told me very specifically, he was like, look, you keep working till the big two come for you. Then you use the big two's platform to make your name bigger than it is. And then you get the hell out and then go back and do your thing with your name bigger than it is now. So I don't look at it really as selling out. To me, it's I'm going to use you to become bigger than I am. And then I'm going to go be bigger. Because that's what Robert Kirkman did.
Yep.
Robert Kirkman is literally the king of that style. He started out, Invincible, Walking Dead. Actually, he was doing other stuff before that. Started doing all that Marvel stuff. And then
wasn't he working for Marvel before Walking Dead?
No, he was doing he did the
Marvel
Walking Dead before he was doing Walking Dead before Marvel Zombies. That's why they went to him.
I like it. If you look at Stephanie Williams right now, she's writing the Nubia series. She's independent. You know, she's got her own projects that she wants to work on and stuff. But I just had I didn't realize she was from Charlotte, North Carolina until last year when she was doing a signing here in Greensboro, and I got a chance to talk to her for a little bit, and she said the same thing. She said, "Listen, this a tech, and I got the opportunity to write media. I'm gonna do it. Yes,
Yep.
but they're absolutely using her name and her, and the prestige that she's built up on Twitter and online. They're absolutely using that. So she's doing the same thing by using their platform to get her name out there and to get, and to get like she's invited guests at Comic Cons and stuff like that now. So absolutely, I don't, I was just joking around with Mike. I don't think that's selling out at all. I think you have to, you have to do what's best for your career.
Okay, wait. I want to know who Facebook user is that said Big Two has stole 13 of my people. Does that count? Who is that? And
I think that's Fish.
Is that Fish?
I think that's Fish. He was talking about Kite Man earlier. I know that's Fish.
Kite Man's DC though.
Oh, Tony. Okay.
Tony Clapp?
Who's singing their heart out, man? I hear
No,
somebody
Tony
in the background
Control.
singing their heart out.
Oh, okay.
I think that's my daughter.
Nah, I had to go.
You singing, though. You keep it up, girl.
I go off screen. I take. I agree with everything y'all said. I mean, for me, I think it comes down to resources. Like, it comes down to resources, distribution. One of our big goals is to get to the point. I just told Danny this last weekend when I was at it in the Top 5 Live, the Super Shorts podcast. I can't wait till we can get to the point where literally all we have to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to write. I don't have to promote. I don't have to I can do a team that can pick that up and run with it. You know what I'm saying? Like once we do it, you know what I'm saying? The team, I think it'd be dope if we do this as a press run. I think it'd be cool if we do this or whatever. And they're enthusiastic. And me and Danny don't have to, Danny's addicted to TikTok, so I can't, no, I don't even know that it's a marketing employee at this time. I'm like, literally, if he make TikToks. Or watching
the second to count because his first one got too big.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That was at the advice of Caliendo.
Danny J. Quick, do you not have 2 TikTok accounts? Are they both over 1,000?
Yes, they are both over 1,000.
Are you making money off of TikTok?
A little bit of money, but
That's a yes or no question.
I'm not saying no. I'm saying
yes
that.
Or no.
I'm saying that.
Yes or no.
You can't handle the truth. No.
You can't handle the truth.
This is
no.
You talk about top 5 energy, Mike. You bringing something today.
That's top 100 right there.
Fire.
Danny, you gonna let that man come for you like that? You gonna let that man come?
I know, man.
Like
Damn,
you better
man.
represent.
I want Danny to know that he is doing something on social media that a lot of us are trying to do, and he is doing it very successfully. That he has figured out to some degree success on TikTok that is bringing money to his other platforms.
Well, wait, can I interject here? Danny has told me that he's actually made more money off of Facebook than TikTok at this point, as far as the stars that you now get with Facebook. He's actually made more money doing that than just directly through TikTok.
Yes, because Facebook is trying to catch up. They're trying to get them content creators. They are paying better. Facebook is paying better, bro. So if you have interest in making these videos, I'm telling you, put them on there. Put them on your YouTube, because YouTube shorts too, bro.
Oh man, yup.
Our little our YouTube, we've been posting on YouTube for a while, but our YouTube has grown a little bit because of the shorts also. So listen, hey, I'm gonna use this addiction. Man. So we're gonna make it work.
See, so I wasn't
I mean, I admire that about Danny because I just my brain doesn't work that way to use like TikTok and stuff like that. Like I'm a make a comic, I can sell the hell out of it in Comic Cons, but like all the social media marketing and stuff, I suck at it. Like so, I mean, I appreciate and I watch and I try to emulate, but I just can't get my brain around TikTok.
I'll be watching the hell out of Danny J Quick on TikTok. I'll be trying to figure out what he does. I'll be stitching his videos to get in on his discussions. He's good. Danny, I was talking about Danny on
That's the nicest thing I'm gonna say about you, Danny.
That was very kind. I appreciate y'all.
That was the nicest thing he might have ever said about him.
That's not true. That's not true.
We do have a question from Brad saying, Danny, does your family get a cut of your TikTok portion? I do want to know, actually, do you actually
a
99% to your kids and family?
99% cut. Like,
okay, because they earn like most of your TikToks anyway.
You pay bills in the house, right? You pay bills.
Exactly.
That's your cut.
Be serious.
You like these groceries that I buy.
If you walk in that house with that money and didn't share some with my sis, World War III. Try the rap.
They got mortgage, right? Like that's shared.
My wife just started making her own videos. I finally convinced her after a whole year that it was worth it. So, anyways, but I think that's another part of being independent though. Like we got to use the tools that we have. Use whatever is best for you. Like Bess is killing it on Twitch. Like Mike in Chat and Draw. Like Geo on like for a long time. Wasn't Beware Toddler on Webtoons, like killing it on Webtoons, so those are all things that I literally cannot do. I cannot do that stuff. So, you just got to use the tools that you have that work best for you and, just be consistent, I think. So that's one thing that I admire about all of y'all is the consistency, the ability to just do what it is that you love and keep doing it, And that I think that is the most effective thing for an independent creator.
Well, that does lead into the second topic that we had for today, which is what there. I had to post that up too.
Yo, I hate Kevin. Man.
So, all of us have had different varying degrees of success with making comics. Some of us on webcomics, some of us on Twitch, like Danny was saying, and YouTube and things like that. So, what are some of the tactics that you can maybe give our audience that are good or bad as far as increasing your readership, increasing your viewers, things like that, or just selling comics in general?
I don't know. Everybody keeps telling me, be yourself, Vess, so work out. It's been what it is. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I'm very open-minded, outgoing. I love art. So when anybody asks me questions, I usually okay, let's do a mini tutorial and get into it and just it's mostly trying to serve my community because my community is always serving me by supporting me. So that's like my mindset, if they went ahead, they made this cute little character with me. I went ahead, turned it into a fun challenge, then it ended up in my comic, and now they feel like they're a part of something and they want to support it even more because they know that they're a part of something. Yeah, so that's like basically what it is. Just be yourself, do your hustle, and enjoy the ride because your people is going to be the wave that takes you.
Absolutely. You gotta interact with people in ways they don't expect. We're sitting here right now with 7 super talented individuals, and they're very good. Everybody's very good at what they do, and it's a matter of
I only count 6. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you counting me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm just seized.
I was wondering
where I thought he was talking about me for a second.
I was wondering where the joke was going. You whipped that back around. I was like, okay.
Fully expected him to be leaving me out there. I fully expected that.
Good job, leaving you out there too, man.
I did, and I was gonna throw it. It's okay. Y'all got to
Okay, wait. Why did I take that cover, Danny, to the last event, and that was my best sell out of all my books? I sold more books of Danny's book than my own. That was.
Hey, don't worry about that. Just keep going.
Hey, let me tell you, I think to me, the one thing I learned in doing this for a few years now is you got to learn how to sell your book in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That's about
That
as much
elevator
time
pitch.
as you get, especially at a Comic-Con. Like you got about 30 seconds to convince somebody who steps to your table to buy your book. If you can't do it in 30 seconds, you better figure it out, because you got like Michael pointed out, there's a whole lot of people out there trying to do the same thing, and they got customers have a lot of choices. So if you can't figure out how to sell your book in 30 seconds, either something's wrong with the book or something's wrong with the salesman. So once you figure out whichever it is, like that to me is the thing I've learned, like as a businessman. Like,
I got a question because I've and I might be telling on myself here, but I don't know if it's jealousy or what. But there's certain titles, right, that don't even need a salesman, right? Like we had Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer. Like you don't even have to pitch that book to people. Like you only have to say those 4 words: Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer, and people like, I want to buy it. You say Tuskegee Heirs to people, and they want to buy it. Like, what? How can we get to that point where, like, literally all I got to do is show you the comic? You know, I don't have that. Like, Ace Blade is a cool name, like it's a cool sounding name, but you don't exactly know what Ace Blade is until I tell you about it. I get that 30 seconds. You know, what is, like, how do we get to that level where you can just dang on show it to somebody and they automatically know what it is?
My sis already said it.
Yeah.
Half of that pitch is already known.
Right.
And then you throw a cool part on the backside of it, you're good.
Yeah.
Tuskegee Heirs is visually incredible. So when you see that out the gate at a comic table, you're like, what's that? And like, oh, this is Tuskegee Heirs. It's about their grandkids. So that's it. You're done.
Yeah.
Art brought them over. Name sealed the deal. Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. You don't need to see any art with that, but you hear Harriet Tubman, and then she's a Demon Slayer now. Where's that at? Where can I get it at? Right here at this table. And you're sold.
Right.
Yeah, that's not for everybody. Like, that's not for every concept, unfortunately. Like, that's just, it and you got historical characters. I mean, Danny, if you did Malcolm X,
X-Men.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it to myself because I just came up with something in my. I just came up with something in my head.
X-Men is mine. We're gonna make it happen.
We can't hear you, Morgan.
Morgan, you muted. We can't hear you.
You muted.
Anyways, I'm gonna do this called Barack Obama Alien Fighter. That's my next book, Barack Obama Alien Fighter.
But you know what though? Real talk, you might sell out real well because
real quick.
Yeah, like it's name brand. Like when you Danny was saying about like Ace Blade. Ace Blade's a cool name, but like we got all these other superheroes, Hotshot, everything. That's just a regular superhero. But the concept is that's what I mean at 30 seconds. But like when you talk about something like that,
those are real quick attention grabs. And then as Javon is saying here, you've got Ace Blade, you've got Heat, you've got Hotshot, you got Vesenia. And like, how do you start finding your crowd? How do you start standing out so you can find your audience? Because I'm also a big fan of there's enough for everybody to eat. You've got to start playing on who you are as an individual or as a brand. And I can't even take full credit for it, but it was definitely a Freestyle Comics idea when Tony came up and said, we need to do wrestling for a whole day. We need to do a wrestling event. And we did FSK Mania with our characters and featured other people's characters in a computerized wrestling match. And people were watching that, and people were buying stuff from our website because we treated it like a TV show. We showed commercials from our books and stuff.
Bro, when I tell you my mom has never been more proud of me than when I showed her Ace Blade getting beat up in the wrestling match, I was like, Mom, come on now. Like legit, she's sharing it to the family like group and everything, like group chat. I'm like, yo, this like we've been doing this, but we definitely got to do something. We got to keep that going. I love it.
I mean, I wasn't invited.
Next time.
Hey,
But
there
you know,
is gonna,
yeah,
there is
you
gonna
still
be
muted.
FSK Mania too.
Hey, you know what I learned, and I've been doing this recently, is when somebody comes to my table, I don't pitch my book yet. I ask, what comic books do you read? And then they tell me, and then I'm able to pull like, oh, I read Static. Oh, okay, yeah, my book is like Static, even though it could be like Walking Dead. And I swear, I promise you, I will find a comparison. I'll be like, oh yeah, you like such and such. Yeah, my book got that.
Lying to people. Okay.
It's not lying. It's just finding a way to like connect my like what they like with my book. Sometimes I get like a property that like it ain't hitting, and I'll be like, well, you should try something else, blah 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 blah. But like when it comes to superheroes, I can pull from anything, boy. Like, oh, I like Storm. Oh, okay, my character's black too. I don't know, like, I'll find something. No, I mean, I'll find something, and then whatever it is to keep them at the table, because that's my goal is I'm gonna keep you at this table to the point where you're like, oh, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Hey, Ren says about bending the truth. Ren has a different tactic though. He likes to just steal stuff. Like,
yes,
he just likes to steal
multiple times.
Our pitch at our table has gotten very massive, so we've had to shrink it down. We've got over 13 titles now under our label and over 30 comic books. So I used to be able to do a pitch in 45 seconds with 6 comics.
Y'all saw that flex right there? Y'all saw that flex? I just want to make sure everybody saw that flex, all right? Okay.
Yep.
that was completely meant.
Yeah, but we had to shorten it so when people but when people come to the table now, it's a matter of what type of books do you like to read, or this is the Freestyle Comics universe with a variety of different books. So which one stands out? Like, I make people look at the rack. We have the rack spread out. I'm like, which book catches your attention? And I'll tell you about whatever book you see.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good one.
Hey man, I love
me and Danny just fool people.
we start people talking about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with comics. They come to our table and we'll talk about whatever they got on their shirt, whatever's happening in the aisle. Nothing. We just start trying to make human conversation with people. And one thing also about indies is a lot of times people are investing in you as a person instead of the character. They don't really know about Ace Blade or anything like that until they read the books, until they get interested in them. So they're trying to, feel if you are a genuine person, if you are somebody that they want to support. So, a lot of times me and Morgan will literally just talk about LeBron and Jordan, and people will come over and just jump in the conversation with us. We were talking about Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. Me and Morgan disagree on a lot of things. I don't know why that is.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
But we'll just have a discussion and people will jump in with us, and then we'll take them over and be like, yo, all right, so this is what we're trying to do. These are our comics. And, usually it works.
And you got to be. Go ahead, Morgan.
Oh, I was going to add to that. Just saying, I don't like that. Literally whatever me and Danny would literally just talk about. Like, we're not. People think we're doing and other stuff together that like we planned that out. We didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever we were just talking about is what we're still talking about when they walk by. I'm trying to clock people kind of to see. I watch their eye gaze table, what they're looking at when they're walking around, interest level when they're walking by, because especially like they're gonna look at a whole bunch of stuff. They might not stop at your table, but it doesn't mean they're not gonna come back through. Some of them like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come back by. And you're like, no, they're not. But I try to and then we just use that. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, authenticity is everything. So I mean, even in your pitch, even if you're not good at pitching, if you can get them to invest in you, like Danny said, they'll buy everything else. Yeah,
absolutely. You got to be completely honest too. Like, you have to be a genuine person. When I go to comic book conventions and I'm talking to people on the line, I start off the debate with, "Hey, my name is Mike Watson. I am a comic book creator from Columbus. You don't know who I am, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm about to bribe you." All right? And people laugh and they're like, "What are you talking about?" No, real talk. I'm about to bribe you to come to my table. I'm gonna give you a ticket, come get a free item just to see what I have at my table. If you buy something, great. I'm happy. My kids can eat Chipotle tonight. But then if you don't buy nothing, that's cool. They like ramen, and you still get a free treat. So either way it goes, it works out for you.
It does.
And people just dig that, that verse or whatever. They come over. I mean, everybody doesn't come over, but some people do come over. I do the pitch. They either buy something or they don't. But they laughed and they were caught up enough to say, "Well, let me go check this out."
I think
I just want to
go ahead.
I'm gonna say before we move on. I just want to tell Ren to go to hell, bro.
When it comes to me, it's kind of interesting being that I am a woman making comics. So my husband, he's next to me, and people automatically gravitate to him, and they're like, "You did this. This is amazing." He's like, "No, my wife is the writer, the artist, and everything that you see on this table." So they look at me like, "What?"
Yeah.
You got him right there, though. You got him right there.
So me and him ping pong and talk to people, and that's what kind of like helps with the selling and getting it through, because they see him, they see me, they have to figure out, wait a minute, who's doing what? And when they figure out it's me, they're like, "Oh man, my daughter, she likes to draw," so they'll pull out like her drawings and stuff, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I really like that. She needs to keep going," And I'm an encourager of art. I don't care if you draw a stick man. If you want to draw, we gonna draw. So I encourage them. I tell them what I've been doing, because I've been drawing ever since I was 5. And the grandparents, the parents, they'll buy everything just because they had that connection, and then they'll like pass it along with their kids and be like, "Hey, look, you can talk to her. She's been there, she's done that, and you can do it too."
Absolutely. Well, and then I gotta say this, I bet Mike can relate with me on this. My voice is loud and it carries, and so like if I'm pitching to one person, I'm loud because it's Comic Cons are loud, but I'm louder, and so like people walking by will hear me, and like they'll look, and y'all know how it is. People do the look, but they like try to walk away too. But I'll catch them and be like, "Hey man, I can multitask. Come on over here. I can talk." And by that time, I like 3 or 4 people. And I'm loud, and I'm doing my whole thing, and then they'll be like, "Okay, cool," and so like I'm like, "All right, I'm getting everybody. Don't worry, I got you. And even when so for like, I know a lot of people I'll see at Comic Cons, and they're very soft, they talk very softly and everything, and that might work for some people, but for me, y'all got to know I'm here. Like everybody gonna know I'm here. Everybody on this row
yelling too.
Know.
Right.
Start yelling at people too.
It absolutely does not work. And Javon's right. Like if I'm in the middle of a conversation, I got people at my table, and if I even catch somebody glancing over my, "Hey, yeah, come on over.
Come on over.
You look for more than 5 seconds, so legally you have to come to the table."
Right.
I just say dumb shit. I don't care.
I be like, "Hey, come on over, man. I won't bite." They told me to stop.
I'll tell people, "Hey, come look at the comic. Come check out my comic books. The whipping is absolutely free today, so that's a 1-day offer, just special for you." Like whatever catches people and gets them to smile and say, "Oh, all right, dude, here I come. Let me check you out. Let me see what you're talking about," or whatever. You just got to be. Comic book conventions are promotional events. That they are your opportunity to win people over, expand your audience, and gain fans. That's how, for me, that's how you have to look at it first and foremost. Because once you realize that, then you find your nature, you find your rhythm, you find your arena, and you get to perform in that arena and win.
You heard that, Danny?
I see it.
Did you hear what he said about comic book cons? Okay, cool.
I heard him, but I also talked to him before the show, so don't worry about that.
He did. In my old age, my mentality is changing. I was telling Danny J. Quick and Kyrun earlier that this year I noticed a difference with the shows that I've been going to. I love going to mainstream shows, big shows. Obviously, the most opportunity to catch people, win people over, and stuff like that. I went to first. I went to Detroit. Andre puts on that show. Very small show. Probably get about maybe 800 people throughout the whole day or whatever. But when I was at that show, I realized afterwards I didn't pitch. I was just at my table and people were just coming up to my table to get the books. They were just like, "Oh shoot, that looks cool," and we sold a lot of books. And I was like, "Oh, that was different." And then I went to a bigger mainstream show, and then I noticed I'm pitching, I'm chasing, I'm doing the everything that I do at a show to get attention and to sell those books or whatever. And I was like, that was a lot of damn work compared to what I did at Detroit. And the first time I've ever gone to Cincinnati Comic Expo, which is one of the last comic book conventions on the circuit, and I pitched like 8 or 10 times that entire weekend. We sold out of 7 books that weekend. People just came up out of genuine interest of saying, "What is this? What do you have here?" Now we also probably had a really good spot, and that helps. I'm not gonna say it doesn't, but I definitely, I'm definitely thinking about what shows I'm going to moving forward that involve less work. I'm old. I'm tired. And outside of that, though, while I appreciate the one-time fan that's like, "Hey, I like you, my guy. I'm going to support you. I like your hustle." That shit is great. It's always going to be good when you win somebody over and they're like, "I want to help this person succeed." But that person isn't a long-term fan. And I feel like what we got in Detroit and what we got in Cincinnati were people who are like, "Oh no, I'm looking for a comic book. I'm looking for something to follow." But
God,
Danny, that's not what you. But ain't what he's saying. What he's
show.
saying ain't what you saying, Danny. So stop.
Cincinnati is still a big show. It's a big conference. They had a ton of traffic. Like if I had to say any show that I went to this year, Cincinnati did the best job in getting people that I've seen in the door. There were no dead zones. There were no dead times. If you didn't make money in Cincinnati, it's because you didn't talk.
Right.
Hold on, I want to answer. Moana said she asked if you aren't good at performing or you don't want to perform. I would find somebody who does.
Yep.
And school them in how to sell your product, and then let them do the work, and you just be the talent.
Yeah,
I've seen it a lot.
It absolutely works. Ryan was at his second comic convention. He worked the table with us. After a day, Ryan had to pitch because I was kind of under the weather that weekend, so I didn't do a lot of talking either. Ryan and Tony was just bam, 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 bam. They were on it, but again, they weren't pitching, but they understood what we were selling, so they were able to have that conversation with people. Yeah. So yeah, if you're not a talker, and this was a discussion we had at CCAD too, find someone that can talk for you, somebody that is supportive and believes in your product that can help you do that, because being loud and vocal ain't for everybody. I can tell you right now, me and Javon are probably the loudest two people on this staff right now. That doesn't work for everybody. And also, don't get it twisted. Art does sell outside of a pitch. There are people who their artwork is just so good, people just come up to it and you don't have to do nothing. But I also think that's far and few in between. You still have a mouthpiece to some degree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yo, this has been dope. We gotta get out of here pretty soon, but I want to do my quick takes before we do. I got some questions for y'all, just to see about the future, that you envision, where you see yourself in the next couple of years. So, Kyrun, if you will, let's get these quick takes going, sir. Quick takes. Okay. All right. So, this first question is for the whole group. I want everybody to answer it. Who is your dream indie collab? If you could collaborate on a project, a pinup, a book, or whatever with one indie creator, who would you pick? Starting with Morgan. Who are you picking?
Morgan, it's a trap.
Williams. Marcus Williams.
That's a good answer. Marcus Williams. He killing the game right now in art. We've had some else for him. All right, Javon, who would you pick as your dream indie collab?
Honestly, Mr. Watson.
Michael Watson in the building.
Wow.
We can make that happen.
Absolutely, yeah.
He wanted to say me.
I'm taking a 5% finder's fee on that one.
He made,
Why
He
would
meant to
you
say me
be
too.
my dream collab? See, I was about to say something. I'm gonna be quiet. I was about to say something. I was about to say.
wait till we get in person. We can box satisfied about it.
I was about to say something nice to you. You know what?
Oh, go ahead. Please go ahead.
No.
Everybody
it's
stop.
done. Nope.
Everybody stop. He's about to say something nice to me.
Nah, they got to answer their questions. Go ahead.
We ain't got time. We got quick take. Gio, who would you pick as your dream indie collab?
All right. I don't know. You know what?
George too big.
I don't know. George is not too big. I can't say Marcus because I worked on the book with him.
Yeah.
So I worked with a lot of people already, so I really don't know who I'd pick that I haven't worked with yet.
Me.
Me.
Oh, man, my bad.
Let me think. You know what? I see Moana in the comments. I'd work with her.
Moana, that's a good pick. Moana McAdams.
That's a great pick. Moana's a beast.
That's a great pick. Ves, what about you? I know you write and you draw and you letter and you color and you stitch, but if you could work with somebody else, who would you pick in the indie community?
Oh, dang. I met so many amazing people. It's hard to choose. Dang, y'all. Ooh. Because I have top 3. Can I say top 3?
Give me
I
top
bet.
3.
So it'd be Victor, Michael, and Moana. Definitely. Because they fit my aesthetic.
Right.
Great picks.
I like it.
Great picks.
Community. I love it. I Michael Watson, most epic. I know you've worked with 200 and some on chat and draw. But
I was going to say Mike, but we already worked together.
Is there anybody left in the indie community that you haven't worked with that you want to work with?
Hey, I'm about to be like Ves and follow great leadership. Number 1, Moana, because we're already working on the book, and I just want us to find time to finish it because it's awesome and we love it. But we got to find time. Number 2 is Ves. She's been super busy, and I actually already tried to get at her, and I'm hoping that now that we've built this relationship together, she can open up some time for me. And number 3 is Unlikely Hero Studios, but we are working on a crossover with our characters next year.
Yeah, Unlikely Heroes.
Lori was definitely in my
killing the game. Okay, all right.
Wait, I don't
Kyrun,
get to answer that one.
Yeah, Kyrun.
Oh.
no
Kyrun, you.
Okay. So going back to our original discussion, I'm gonna say Todd McFarlane. Y'all all said he was indie still, so I'm gonna say McFarlane.
I mean, he got a whole.
You said dream. You said dream.
I did
dream.
call him indie, but I wasn't thinking.
You said dream.
Not gonna argue
I
with.
won't argue with you.
All right, now let's go the other way back around. So I want to know. I'm gonna pick one of your books, and I would say, who is your dream cover artist for that book? Starting with Kyrun, for whichever book of yours that you want. Who would be a dream cover artist?
All right. Well, I'll be honest. I would love to.
Doesn't have to be indie either. It can be professional. Anybody.
Oh, done.
Damn.
Oh, I got mine.
Shit. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna say I want an Adam Hughes cover. Saw the Lightning Wielder.
Love it.
I want a.
We just
George
want
Gant
one
cover.
Ruby from Cross. Just one dream. You only get one dream.
All right, fine.
Oh
Adam
my
Hughes,
God.
Saw the Lightning Wielder. There we go.
Now you can't get the George Gant.
I got mine. I got mine. That's easy.
Damn it.
All right,
I'm doing it too.
I want Brian Stelfreeze on Ace Blade. That's what I want to do. I want to get that.
Why you cheating?
That done. But I had to just put that out there in the atmosphere. Mike, who would you pick? for which title?
Oh my goodness gracious! And so I'm so disappointed because his name is escaping uh, my mind.
Don't pick him.
I'm right
Is it
here.
Kyrun Silva on Hotshot? Is that what it was?
He's right there.
I mean, I'm right underneath. I'm right here, man.
You in the queue. You in the queue.
Hey man, he said I'm in. You basically tell me I'm in the back of the line. Come on, man.
No, not the back of the line.
He said you're
Now,
in the line. You're in the line. That matters.
You're in the top
I'm just
five.
messing. Go ahead.
He just didn't say how long the line is. That's the problem.
Number one,
He didn't say number 95.
Number 5,420.
the number one.
Yeah.
The number one.
Oh God, I always pronounce his name wrong, but he drew Civil War 2.
Oh, Steve McNiven.
Not Steve McNiven.
Oh, Oliver Copio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Copio. I
would love him to do a Hotshot.
Hotshot. Yeah,
Mhm.
that will fit. That will fit great. Okay. All right. Vest Celestial Post. Who you bring into the book?
I don't know who the specific artist is, but you know the people that made Castlevania, the Netflix series.
Yes.
Like the artists for that. I will love them to work on my stuff. I don't know their specific name.
That art style
that's super fits Vest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Gio, I'm picking Scotty Young for your for the Toddler. But who would you
How you gonna pick this man, Stewart?
You know, no, Scotty. No, Scotty actually popped up in my head. But if I had to pick just like one person of anybody, like I feel like I would have to pick Bill Watterson for the Toddler. Like I don't think there can be anyone else. But Scotty's a really good choice.
Yeah. I love that. All right, Javon. You picking Heat or you picking Strong?
No, come on, man. He is my first child.
Who you putting on that?
I'm a cheat a little bit. I don't care. My dream artist is no longer with us. George Perez. If I could have got a Heat book by George Perez, I probably would have left this earth and gone to the ancestral plane. But really, it's only two guys: Alex Ross or Todd McFarlane.
I love it. Great picks. All right, now Now the pressure's on you. Now I know you don't really follow a lot of mainstream artists, but
I knew as soon as you asked.
All right.
The correct way to pronounce my name is Kyrun. If you want.
Kyrun.
I also
Kyrun,
take
okay.
Kyrun if you.
So for
let me say it
for Lumberjax, Steel Freeze for sure. Either Steel Freeze or Todd McFarlane. For Harlem, a four.
Already one.
Automatic.
One.
Too late.
That's a good one.
One title.
A four for Harlem.
Follow directions.
It's already out there.
You got any more questions, Danny?
I like it. I do. I want to know. This will be my last one. I'm not going to ask the last two because we're running out of time. But I want to know everybody's dream mainstream job. Like if you could work for Marvel and DC, what would you want to do? What project would you want to work on? And then we'll get out of here. Let's start in the middle with Gio.
Okay. I mean, I'm kind of happy doing what I'm doing now, but if I can do anything, I would want to work on a Turtles title.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay.
My most favorite thing of everything. Like, give me a Turtles title, and I will kill it. That's my pitch. Give it to me, I'll kill it.
I love it.
I like that pitch.
Vez, next. Your dream mainstream job. What would you pick? What would you want to work on?
Dang, that one is really tricky. I definitely would like to work with Netflix actually, and work on their animated series, either as an artist or a director, because they've been pulling out some really great ones. So
okay,
like Cannon Buster and stuff like that. I want to do stuff like that.
I love it. All right, we're going the other way. Javon, What's your dream mainstream job?
If we're just talking like working on a mainstream title, so I have been in love with this concept and these characters since they came out. If I could do New Warriors for Marvel, I'd be a happy man. I'd be a happy man.
That's a solid pick. I think you would do good on New Warriors. Morgan, what's your dream mainstream title?
I mean, if I have to if I have to work on some like somebody else's title, I would love to be able to do something with, of course, for God of War, or do like a retell story between Black Panther and Killmonger, something there. But collab would be with either working with like writing.
Right.
Hey, how many?
I would like to write.
Everybody gave one.
I would like to write with or for Jordan Peele. I don't care who either one.
Follow directions, man. We didn't ask for you.
Since when does Morgan ever follow rules?
I gave
follow directions.
Never follow.
I did.
All right, Mike. All right, Mike. Mike, it's on you. What is your dream mainstream job?
And there's so many things that I would love to do and have been wanting to do for a long time, but I got to follow the great leadership of Vesenia. My dream gig would be a Freestyle Comics Universe toy line. I've been talking about doing that and how I want to do that different from other toy lines with like collectible battle damage buildings that you can put together for a full set, figures, fully articulated figures that are actually to scale, that you can use for the roles. Nope, not McFarlane, buddy. Not McFarlane.
They're called Most Epic Toys is what it is.
Most Epic Toys. Okay. That's a good name. That's a good name.
If I could do
that is a great name.
Our characters, I would be so very happy with that.
All right. For me, I'm gonna say I would like to do a Green Lantern book. I would love to write a John Stewart Green Lantern book. And Kyrun. Kyrun, what's your dream job to close us out?
Darkhawk.
If I had to choose one thing, I would do a run of Darkhawk.
You called it.
I have every book that Darkhawk was in up until like 2005. So yeah, that'd be my thing.
I love it. Hey, I'm gonna be praying for each and every one of y'all to get everything that you want in your dreams, man. We appreciate y'all coming on. Kyrun, you want to close us out?
Not really. I'm having too much fun. I want to keep going, but
let's go.
Do it, bro.
Let's do it. All right. All right. I know you said you're gonna skip the last two, but do number 5. Do number 5. And then we'll close
number
it out.
5. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we'll close out with that. Everybody, tell me your the best part. So the question number 4 was going to be, what is the worst part of being an indie? I want to know, what is the best part of the indie grind in your opinion? For me, it's always converting new people. So people who never heard about these stories before, and then opening their eyes up to, oh man, this is something that a real person created, from their imagination, and they take interest in it. That's my favorite part of the indie grind. Kyrun, what's your favorite part?
Honestly, the best part right now is meeting other indie creators, doing stuff like this where I get to see the wealth of creativity that's in this industry. I wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't trying to do it myself. I wouldn't have met any of you guys if I wasn't trying to do this myself. So that'd be my thing.
Love it. Most epic. That's the best part of the indie grind.
It's funny that you asked that, because I'm gonna have to say it was packing up the Kickstarters. I did not realize, or I don't realize, like, we move numbers, we're selling books, we're going to conventions and selling books and stuff like that. But when you're doing a Kickstarter and you're packing and shipping, and then you look at the list of shit that people get from you, and you're like, somebody really put down a lot of money for all this stuff. Right? When you have people that actually, you put out a product and like, they buy the shoes or the jackets
Cannot believe it.
with your
Cannot
characters
believe
on it. And like me and Danny Cooper are sitting here packing the other night, and we had to put together 6 boxes, and each one of those boxes were over 8 pounds of comics.
Man. Wow.
That's dope, man.
That's crazy. So I mean,
Awesome.
that was like all the work, the hustle, the rigmarole, doing the Kickstarter, and then seeing the results of it, actually putting your hands on that and packing and shipping and seeing like people actually like my book. They really want it, and that's a very amazing feeling.
I love it. I literally hate shipping. It's the worst part.
Oh, I do too, but that makes up for it.
But from the perspective that you talk about it from, absolutely, I agree with you. All right, Vess, what's the best part of the indie grind for you?
So definitely everything that you guys said, but on top of that, just knowing the names and personalities and just the people that help support. So having that community base and them evolving you as an artist and a writer is the top tier for me, is the highlight of it all.
I love it. Great answer. Gio, I see you thinking hard. What's the best part of the indie grind for you?
For me, it is fuck.
Counting that money.
What money? What money?
Count the money. I will help.
Trust me, it ain't the money. No. For me, it is seeing my own personal growth. I want to say, because I've been doing this for a very long time, and my grind, I feel, is different than a lot of yours. As you know, I do a webcomic and things like that. Well, but just seeing like, you know, what I did, who I was, what I was creating, how people was responding to it, and seeing how, you know, what I'm doing now, and you know what I've been able to achieve since then, and the growth and things like that. Like it gives me this sense of satisfaction that, hey, I made this. This is what my work looks like. This is how people are responding to it, as opposed to, you know, how people responded to it, say, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it makes me excited to see what can I do next.
Absolutely. I love one thing I love about social media is that they give you the reminders of what you were doing, you know, 5-10 years ago. And I always love seeing like the growth of artists and writers and creators. So absolutely. Javon, the best part of the indie grind for you?
Comment on that. Those reminders that social media give you. Sometimes those are the biggest like encouragement. Like they come out of nowhere too. It'll be like I'll be having like a rough day, and like it'll be like 5 years ago you just put out your first book, and I'm like, okay, I can go, I can keep going. Anyway, for me, everything you guys said, yeah, but I'll add this: when I am at a con and somebody runs up to my table and they're like, I've been looking for you. I want to give me everything you got. Like, I loved your last book. And like, because, you know, all this we do insular, you know what I mean? Like, we're sitting at a drawing table or sitting at a computer. And I know a lot of us have had that feeling like we're just shouting in the wind. And we, you know, it's like sometimes you're like, what am I doing this for? Like, does anybody care? And so when I get that, like, somebody's been looking for me, and they come back and they just, yo, I love the first book, I got to get the next one. And then they just literally get everything you got at the table. Like, it gives me a little more juice to keep going, because now I'm going to keep going for that person. If nobody else, I'm going to keep going for that person. And then, you know, that just adds up and adds up.
Absolutely. All right, Morgan, you had time to think about it. What is the best part of the indie grind for you?
Everything you guys said is definitely just for me, or the most rewarding thing for me is inspiring somebody else. Where they see, you know, sometimes it's people that, you know his health and stuff like that, and they see that I still put the book out, or I still did this, or I still did that. So there's this, you know, whatever, or somebody does give your book a chance, and they come up the con like, yo, I got to get this, or like with my boy Bruno TikTok, you know what I'm saying, when he made that video showing our stuff and saying we helped him get through the pandemic. It's better than that, you know what I'm saying, having a person come across your work, be inspired by it, enjoy for it, you know what I'm saying, like that's the best feeling ever, because I mean I write to inspire and either educate or change perspective. So being in a space where somebody for this and is not connected to you gives you that return that they did change their perception is the biggest thing for me.
Absolutely. And I tell you, me and Morgan been doing shows for a while, and I'm telling you, that one time when that dude came and bought Lumberjax, we were just having a conversation about if Lumberjax was if he had anger issues. This dude walked up, he was like, I got to check this book out to see what y'all talking about. This dude read the whole book and came back and was like, bruh, yeah, he does have anger issues. Like, he came back the next day.
Yeah.
Was like, yeah, he kind of angry, bro. You might want to send Jax to therapy. And I'm like, yo, man,
He was from Ireland. He was from Ireland. Like, he came over for the show from Ireland, bought the book. It was the short story. It was the first thing I did for Lumberjax was the short story, which is like some of the chapters, the entire short story. It's like 100-something pages. He read it that same night, came back the next day. It was like, yeah, he does. Then he busted out laughing, but that's like the best feeling. For Danny, he had a time where he gave this. I don't remember if it was a raffle that we were doing like at the end of the show, or whatever. But he gave this kid his, and that same kid came back the next year. He came back the next 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
The next 2 years wearing the Ace Blade shirt. Like, out of all the characters in the world that you can wear, you could. This dude had on the Ace Blade T-shirt that I literally printed and hand ironed on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, but yeah, man. Look, we could talk all day. But I really appreciate y'all coming back on with us, man. Celebrating this 50th episode. Tell everybody where they can find you. And we'll close the show out. Morgan, where can people find you?
Y'all know Facebook. My normal name, I'm on there most.
You're not in jail. Yeah.
Shut up. Top 5 Live on YouTube. Agents of Geekdom and Agents. It's either a week or 2 weeks. We'll be over with Agents of Geekdom streaming there for Top 5 Live. Wait, what's our website? Fourth Wall Pro / Ultra.
Javon, where can people find you? I see visuallystoke.com right there.
Of course, www.visuallystoke.com. You can find me on Facebook, just like Morgan, my name, a Stoke podcast. I do every Thursday at 8 live. You can see that on the Stoke podcast, or you can go to the website, or you can go on YouTube. And then obviously, I'm with these fools on Top 5 Live at the same place.
Love it. Gio, where can people find you?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at GeoGantArt, at Beware Toddler. If you're subscribed to Comics Kingdom, you can read Beware Toddler there. BewareToddler.com. Yeah.
There it is. All right. Vesenia, where can people find you?
Well, I'm Google friendly because I'm the only person with Vesenia in the world. So put me up on you. Go ahead, go on Google. Vesenia Designs. You'll find me on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, you name it, I'm on it.
Bet. I love that. The Google works wonderfully when it works for you. Absolutely. I'll go me next since I done got replaced as a co-host. You can find me at the Ace Blade on all social medias, or here in the store in Burlington, North Carolina. But our website is fourthwallpros.com. I will not be at Baltimore Comic Con, but Ace Blade will be there featuring Heat on the cover. Hopefully, if UPS works, we'll have it. Michael Watson, where can people find you?
You can find me on all social media as Most Epic Art on all socials. As far as Freestyle Comics, it is fsknow.com. And in about a week and a half, we'll be launching our next Kickstarter at fskgo.com.
What is this? 12 this year? How many?
I know, right?
Seriously.
Killing it. Kyrun, where can people find you?
You can find me at TaurusComics.com. I am on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at TaurusComics. And if this is your first time checking out the Four Tales podcast, please go back to our website, fourtalespodcast.com. That is the number 4, TALES podcast.com. And you can go ahead and check out some of our previous episodes. With all these people who have been on our show, Mike and Javon have been on there multiple times. And Morgan was actually our first guest. So we thank everybody for hopefully a good time. But hold on, my notes. I got it. This computer's. Who do we have next week?
Right now. Come on now.
All right, next week, our 51st episode, we are going to have Moana McAdams and Ryan Robinson on the line. They're going to talk about their current book and their Kickstarter. So until then, sayonara, goodbye. Please take care of yourselves.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.